Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum at Kaplan Cycles. Today I have this absolutely gorgeous Buell Firebolt XB12R, real world-class piece of engineering. And first I want to tell you the bad news about it. This bike doesn't run and it needs a lot of work. Why? It was owned by Lincoln Tech. It's a technical school college, and this was used as part of their motorcycle reparation course, so it was completely dismantled and reassembled by students, and a couple things got screwed up on it and some parts are missing. I'll tell you what that is. More bad news is I don't have a title for this thing. We could fix it, but without a title, it's a pain in the ass to get a bike registered in Connecticut. I don't know about your state or where you're from. So the highest and best use of this bike would be for us to sell it to someone who has another one and needs a lot of kick-ass parts that are like brand new. Because there are a lot of parts in this bike that are mint, and it's got a full Jardine exhaust system and some other really cool stuff. So if you have a Buell XB12R and you want a kick-ass parts bike for a fraction of what it costs, and this bike was 12 brand new parts, the value of the Buells isn't what I think it should be. Kind of like these Harley Davidson XLCR Cafe racers right here. These weren't popular when they came out. Now they're like hen's teeth. These bikes, even not running, are worth $7,000, $8,000 in a perfectly running restored model. The NADA value is over $19,000. I have two of them right here. They're a fantastic investment, but you couldn't give them away 15 years ago. I think the Buells are going to be a fantastic investment down the road. There are limited production bikes. Not a lot of these were made. There aren't a lot of parts available for them, and here's an opportunity to buy one for pennies on the dollar. We have a low reserve on it. If it doesn't meet the reserve, I'm going to do what would probably be way more profitable than selling it whole, and that is to part it out. The wheels, the tires, the suspension, the front end, the tack, the speedo, all the body parts have a lot of value, and they're all a lot of the parts are in excellent condition. More bad news on the bike. Let me tell you what we know that's wrong with it. It doesn't have the lock set. For some reason, something's wrong with the key. It says the key's missing, but the key's in it. Maybe it's the wrong key. I don't know. But the ignition wasn't mounted in it, so there's a problem with that. The front tire is intact but worn. So the front tire's not in mint shape. The rear tire is usable but not new either. The tank had bad gas in it. We drained the gas out of it, and for some reason the gas cap is missing now, which I think is kind of peculiar. I think it got lost here in the shop, or something strange happened, because it had a cap when it got here, but it doesn't have a gas cap anymore. Stuff disappears here all the time. Got a lot of employees in the shop, and customers come and go, and gas caps missing. It's also missing hardware in a lot of different places. A total of 27 fasteners are missing from the motorcycle, because when it was reassembled, they didn't put them back in. So it was loosely reassembled. As you can see, the bolts for the gas tank cover, here's 2 bolts missing right here. If you look around, you'll see other bolts and fasteners that are missing on the bike, because when it was reassembled for the classroom use, they didn't put everything back together on it. We had no way to turn it over because the starter, and there's something going on with electrical where, I don't know if it's a wrong ignition switch, or there's something on electrical, or something on the starter. We couldn't get it to turn over. There was also a couple of oil leaks on the rocker box. The fuel pump is now inoperable because the fuel pump wiring had been damaged when they took it apart and put it back together. There's no battery in it. Again, the starter's not inoperative, the fuel pump's inoperative. We checked the electrical, the light and switch controls. The left left turn signal, front and rear is fine. Right turn signal, front and rear is fine. The brake switch is inoperative. The front and rear brake light switch is inoperative. The shifter, it's a 5-speed. It does not shift smooth, and there's no transmission oil in it, and there's no engine oil, and it was all drained out when they pulled the bike apart. So the inspection cover bolt and the shift shaft throw in the primary case is bent. So apparently the shifter shaft, there's something that's not quite right, supposedly. I don't know what it is. It seems to be going in and out of gear, but the technician noted that something wasn't perfect on the shifter. So that's about all I had for negative stuff on it. And again, we probably would have fixed this bike if we had a title, but without a title, it's kind of pointless for us. So we're either going to sell it as a whole bike if someone wants a track bike, or someone has a dealer plate and has the wherewithal to fix this bike. But understand, it's going to need the fuel pump, it's going to need a battery, it's going to need a gas cap, it needs 27 fasteners. There might be something wrong with the shift shaft. It needs an ignition switch and everything else that I just mentioned there. So that's the bad news. The good news is the tank is in excellent condition. The graphics are real nice on it. It's got the orange matching graphics and windshield. The front fairing on the bike. Here's another three of the 27 fasteners. Here's 3 of them here that are missing and 2 there. It's 5 I found. The headlights are gorgeous. The front end is in beautiful condition. The front fender's in nice shape. The rims are stunning, as is the front brake system. It has the oil cooler. The engine cases look fantastic. The engine cylinders look great. The frame is in beautiful condition. The seat looks to be like new condition. The rear body panel on the XB12R is beautiful. The passenger pillion cover is intact. Has a couple scratches from boots, swinging over and back and forth. Original turn signal setup, I believe its original is in good shape. The belt drive appears to be intact and in excellent shape, as is the rear rim. It's stunning, beautiful rear rim. Rear sets are beautiful. I want to point out one of the coolest features on the bike. It has a full Jardine RT1 exhaust. I'm sure if we parted this bike out, that exhaust is probably $300 to $500 alone. It's a November 2005 model, which I believe makes it a 2006. They were very expensive when they were new. Not as expensive now because of parts availability. Well, here's a complete bike that you can use for parts or rebuild. So I thought about maybe using the front end on a Sportster hot rod conversion, but that's just me. My mind always goes there. So in any event, I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of details or articles about Buells, but I'll read a little bit to you. It surely feels like the best sport bike ever built by Buell. Definitely the smoothest drivetrain I've experienced on a sport bike, with not a hint of abruptness many other injected bikes have when reapplying the throttle opening out of corners. So simply put, one that will satisfy the needs of most sport riders, and it's not just the peak horsepower, but the ground-pounding mid-range torque you can command to accelerate almost instantly in any given situation. And I felt comfortable the whole time I was riding it. So it's comfortable, fast, one of the most powerful, best running Buells ever made. It's a terrific motorcycle, super smooth, rubber mounted engine. There's plenty to like about the XB12R, starting with the fact that they've totally abandoned a lot of the previous issues, and it has a separate fork lock and a regular slot key and integrated fork lock. A bike well worth considering. It's a very unique, rare motorcycle. The Buell XB12R Firebolt is one to think about. It gives you plenty of fun riding, but you'll also look good riding it. It's a kick-ass bike. When we first got this, I was going to try to set this up for my son to take to Daytona, but we ran out of time. I have a dealer plate, so if I source the parts for this thing, I could keep this as a shop bike. We have a lot of bikes. We need the money more than we need the bike. We're trying to finish the New England Motorcycle Museum restoration project, a big building next door here. We're almost done. Should have it done this summer. And we have to sell it. So a portion of the proceeds are going to rebuild the New England Motorcycle Museum. So you're helping preserve the motorcycle. You're buying a classic piece of motorcycle history, the Buell, rare Buell XB12 Firebolt, and you're helping preserve motorcycle culture by supporting the museum. So good luck bidding on the bike. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Good luck bidding on it, and God bless America. I'm going to roll this baby in the showroom. I can eyeball it for eye candy for a couple more days. It's easy to look at, that's for sure. Even if you bought this and put it in your living room, it'd be a good investment. So good luck.